He's carrying the candy bags because even though they're in the parade, they want their candy too, and they deserve it.
Rooting on those who root on Town Acres. Man in Town Acres School got the whole school out here at the Johnson City Christmas Parade. Merry Christmas!
And now, are you on the naughty or nice list? Because this next float, you're going to want to be on the nice list, or you're going to end up behind bars like the Grinch. You guessed it. It is the Washington County, Tennessee Sheriff's Office. Real creative here, really putting their work into their theme. A couple jail bars.
Going around the world, they got the Grinch locked up. Well done, Washington County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Keith Sexton finally got the Grinch where he belongs, so we can have a big time here.
Congresswoman Diana Harshbarger on the back of the float with Sheriff Sexton. Keeping a close eye on the Grinch. He'll be arraigned in court tomorrow. We'll have the details on his Channel 11 in the morning.
Love that float. Whoville celebrating on the Sheriff's Department float.
And then, of course, the Washington County Johnson City Animal Shelter Foundation. This holiday, I know a lot of people want to get a pet for Christmas, but hey, pets are forever, just a reminder, because these shelters are packed, and they do such a great job year-round, and we actually have something coming up.
We sure do. We will be live there at the Pavilion in downtown Johnson City later on this week as we try to fill the truck with pet supplies for the local animal shelter.
And
Mark does such a great job with the Tails and Paws every year.
That's what I was going to say. You can catch Tails and Paws every Saturday and Friday on News Channel 11 and ABC Tri-Cities. Check out those adoptable pets.
So we continue with live coverage of the 2022 Johnson City Christmas Parade. Our coverage of the Christmas Parade brought to you by Garza Law this morning. Here comes our third place winner in the Johnson City Christmas Parade. Congratulations to the third place winner, the Chamber, Blue Plum, True Point. Some of the sponsors, Shamrock and Stafford, also doing a great job sponsoring the parade itself.
And we did see the second place winner roll through. I do believe that was the Home Depot. Now they are judged in the staging area based off of their float design and how closely they followed theme. So now they get to walk with their banner and brag about how much work they put into their float.
Yeah, HSN coming up with that. A third place float. Christmas around the world this year's theme.
Here's some "We Will Rock You" in the distance. You know what that means?
That means some young football players are coming around the bend.
That's exactly what it means.
I'm intimidated sitting up here from our vantage point.
You've been very intimidated this entire parade. We've had the Karate Kids come through. Getting a little worried. He's shaking in his boots over here.
You know, the rain has stopped. See all the umbrellas put away. You know, the smiles have never been put away.
Never.
All morning long.
Smiles are out, candy bags are open, and floats are driving on through. Here are toppers, our junior toppers. Jamming to some "We Will Rock You."
Timeless football classic.
Hope it's getting you in the spirits at home. And of course, coverage of the parade and our sponsor, the Garza Law Firm, making their way through downtown.
Merry Christmas!
Their float, how sweet it is to be in the Tri-Cities, taking on a Candyland approach.
Yeah, thanks, as Kelly mentioned, to our friends at Garza Law Firm, the sponsor of our coverage of this morning's Christmas parade.
And we are nearing the end of the parade. It's so close. That means you know the big action is coming. We have Clayce's Candles and Boutique making their way through, paying an ode to the Ukrainians as the war continues over there, celebrating Christmas in Ukraine, dedicating their float to that.
More floats coming around the bend from our vantage point here. We are right in front of the fountain as you take in the Christmas parade this morning in downtown Johnson City, right at the corner of Buffalo and East Main Street. Have loved to watch the crowd gather around as far as we can see, floats and parade goers. Most importantly, smiles this morning as we take in another Christmas parade, setting the season leading up to Christmas later this month.
The Colgan Man just passing by, and we've got Burger and Barrel, one of downtown's newest restaurants here in Johnson City. Oh, we're just getting all the goodies. Thank you.
Looks like we have this motley crew making their way through the streets of downtown Johnson City.
I feel like I've seen these guys somewhere before, but I just can't pin it. Have I seen them on TV? We've got Mark Reynolds, Laurel Blanchard, Doug Counts, a dedicated photographer, Jeremy Eisenzoff hiding in the back. Some of our sales folk out here as well. General Manager Paula Jackson making the magic happen.
Merry Christmas, Paula.
She's trying to give us candy. She's trying to fatten us up.
I'm not going to pass on any candy.
You know, we'll go for it. She does this to us all the time at work, too.
And our friends at Providence Academy, the Providence Knights, and their entry into this year's Christmas parade.
Oh, Josh Smith, he'll be making his way up there, too. He's falling behind. He's out of candy, you guys. Attack him.
Merry Christmas. Our friends at Providence Academy spent a little time over there with some basketball tournaments the last couple of weeks. And here comes Sarah coming by.
Sarah Diamond
Merry
here.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. She's behind, but she does have candy, unlike Josh, so she's still in the green here.
Merry Christmas. Our Providence Academy Night cheerleaders making their way by with candy.
A lot of old Fords throwing it back here. Grandview
That's
Christian
a sweet
Church,
truck.
Johnson City Little League coming up. That is a nice truck. Again, the tree just floating there. I can't even get it to stay up in the living room.
Never too early to start thinking about Little League. Registration on the way.
I'm liking the fall theme we're keeping here. We're going into winter, but we are staying with these fall sports.
Stay with fall. Got a little summer baseball. Johnson City, Jonesboro, Bristol. Just some of the little leagues here in our region.
And they are using those arms to throw at that candy.
That's right.
Gonna take out Casey Marlar with the Snickers.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, Johnson City National Major Little League. Oh, registration. All you have to do is go to jcnmll.org. And you too can have your child join this group of boys who have great arms from what I've seen.
They sure do. They're anxious for spring to get here to start playing some ball again. jcnmll.org, Johnson City National Major Little League.
Registration open now.
Parades keep rolling along and our floats keep rolling along.
More little.
They need to sign up for our league and strengthen that arm. Merry Christmas, Pack 28, Grandview Christian Church, sponsor of that Boy Scout troop, and we welcome them. Merry Christmas.
So many floats in this parade. So many beautiful floats, so much time and effort went into it. And it's really nice that the community came out in person to see it, but it's also nice to you guys at home who have joined us on the air. Again, our coverage today sponsored by the Garza Law Firm.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas. Thank you for your service.
We have a disabled American veterans making their way through Chapter 9 of Johnson City. Casey, a popular one here, shaking hands with everybody. Oh, look at this cute little dog. We've got a cute little guy coming up. He's all dressed up on the veterans float here. I just love seeing dogs dressed up here.
Isn't that fun? In their festive Christmas best. Bristol going to be dressed up in his Christmas best.
Bristol will be in her little elf costume. She doesn't like it, but we'll see if we changed it this year or not. If not, she'll stay in her Miami Dolphins bandana. She won't be in the Christmas spirit, but maybe she'll be in the Super Bowl spirit. I like to just put that energy out there.
As long as she's comfortable in the Miami Dolphins
She's
bandana.
Ridiculed by the community, but hey, we'll get her in some festive gear. We'll get her in the elf outfit soon. Oh, we got some Gators on this float. Some Cajun love from Babette's. We got beads, Mardi Gras.
Yeah. All right.
We're getting closer and closer to Santa. Thank you. Unique Avenue Baptist Church also rounding the corner. And of course, we told you that we did have these floats judged. Not us, but the Blue Plum organization. They judge them in the staging area based off of how well they matched the theme, how much work went into it, and just overall appearance of the float. And we do have the first place winner rounding the corner. And okay, I guess I could see, why this was first place. This is definition a parade float.
It sure is. Our number one winner of the parade.
Looks like Central Baptist Church. Oh, they have Muppets. Look we've got to get close-ups on this. Muppets singing It's a Small World. There is a lot going on this float. Are we in downtown Johnson City or are we in Disney? Because they really put some effort in here.
Central Baptist Church has their annual Muppetry as a part of the season, and they are this year's winner of the float around the world, Christmas around the world, Central Baptist Church, right up the street here in downtown Johnson City. And might I add, a very fine preschool with a fantastic staff as well at Central Baptist. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. They're even passing out not just candy, but dog bones. They really took this to heart and thought about everything. We got East Tennessee Rentals making their way through. Blasting the music. They've got the mic. They came prepared to address this crowd.
Yeah, the Goose Chase celebrating it. Thought maybe they might be running through the streets here. Our friends at the Goose Chase here in Johnson City.
Thought they'd be doing a 5K. Oh, well, thank you.
Our runners had a lot more candy than everybody else at the end of the parade.
Some Sour Patch Kids. We got all the candy. We're going to have a sugar rush later today. Speaking of sugar, it looks like Summers and Taylors, they've got the elf man himself, Will Ferrell, on the front of their cement truck.
I can't tell if our friends at Summers Taylor are part of the parade or if they're just getting to the next gig. Just got
like,
caught up in traffic.
We couldn't get to Walnut. We just got in the line.
Thank them for the improvements that they've made in our region and the work they do. Longtime friend of Johnson City for sure. As we continue with the festive atmosphere here at the Johnson City Christmas Parade.
We've got Gypsy Circus Cidery, that's over in Kingsport. If you haven't checked it out yet, taking the Pride approach, celebrating a prideful Christmas. Gypsy Circus in Kingsport.
You're watching the 2022 Johnson City Christmas Parade. Our coverage of the Johnson City Christmas Parade brought to you by Garza Law Firm.
And we have plenty of floats coming through right now. And you know what? The train said, why can't we be a part of this? I know that we didn't sign up in time. We didn't pay the fees for a float, but we're just going to rush through downtown and we're going to make this ours.
A late entry. The train rolling through Johnson City.
This is Town View is making its way through like a toy shop.
You know Grandpa's put his fair share of bicycles together. You know, working on all of the toys, our friends at Town View Senior Living Community. Merry Christmas! Youngsters still passing out candy.
Northeast State coming through.
Their aviation technology department at Northeast State.
It really is an advanced program. They've got a great drone on the top of their car coming through. Right up next to the airport, the Tri-Cities Regional Airport. They offer degrees in aviation maintenance and technicians, flight training, drone operation, and avionics.
All right. Thanks for sticking on the ground long enough to get us some candy.
Oh, we even have the helicopter here. Not taking to the skies, taking to the streets. So we've seen a helicopter on the road. We've seen a boat on the road. We've seen a lot. But you know who we're seeing on the road now? The one, the only, the big man in red, Santa Claus, making his way down East Main Street.
He sure is. He knows his way through the skies of the Tri-Cities, and he'll be awfully busy for the rest of the month. We thank Santa for taking a few minutes for us here at the Johnson City Christmas Parade. Our coverage sponsored by Garza Law Firm. December is sponsored by Santa Claus and his elves.
Riding atop the Johnson City fire truck per tradition.
Literally a man who needs no introduction.
No introduction at all. You know, maybe he used some of his magic because conveniently the rain stopped right as he was like, you know, making his way down the street. He said, when I kick off this parade, it is going to be nice. And I know you gotta just take the glory in of this, right?
I love how the Clydesdales still know their way to the door. They still know how to be seen, don't they?
The Clydesdales have officially made it. We're gonna go to Ansley Daniel.
Hey, Casey and Kelly, I actually see you not too far from me right now. We are getting ready to pass the WJHL production right now so you can get a beautiful look at these very handsome horses. We're having to move around just a little bit so we can function and get around this big tight corner. But as you can tell, everybody is so excited to see the Clydesdales, definitely the main attraction right after Santa Claus. As you can tell, everybody's out with their phones, taking their pictures. They're just so thrilled. We're definitely trying to keep this parade moving on. That's been a little difficult with these big semi trucks, but hey, we're making do over here. Gonna go ahead and send things back over to you where the main production is, and gonna see you guys in just a few minutes as we make our way down Main Street.
All right, the Clydesdales, beautiful. Even though they couldn't march in the parade, I'm so glad that we could still see them. They're probably liking it because they can ride in style. You see the braids, you see the roses, and the three huge hitches making their way through downtown Johnson City. Impressive how they navigate that corner there.
I was just going to say, impressive are the Clydesdales themselves, but hats off to those driving these big rigs and navigating the streets of Johnson City. And just an awesome, awesome sight. Our Budweiser Clydesdales as they make their way through Johnson City, riding in style too, letting the big rigs do the work today.
Oh, you can smell the Clydesdales here. The sights, the sounds, the smells, but it's okay. I mean, I think they have a better grooming routine than me. Their hair looks a lot nicer. Our third Budweiser Clydesdale truck coming through, and the train's still pushing through as well.
That is just great stuff, the Clydesdales. Last time they were here, 2019. After a brief hiatus, it's been a better part of the week in the Tri-Cities at several different events. Had a viewing event last night for people to come get up close and personal, and today here in the Johnson City Christmas Parade for the first time since 2019.
They'll also be at the Ingalls tomorrow, so you can still catch them as well. Well, this has been incredibly exciting. We saw the big man in red. We saw the Clydesdales in all their glory, but you know who we haven't seen in a while? We haven't seen Chris and Amy.
We have not. So let's head over street side to Chris and Amy, Chris McIntosh, Amy Lynn, to get an update on their vantage point.
Hey guys, yes, oh my goodness, it has been incredible to watch this parade. What a spectacular presentation. I'm so glad everybody came out to see it.
I cannot believe the parade just kept coming and coming and coming.
Yes.
So many floats. Great presence here today in downtown Johnson City. I just feel in the holiday spirit, Amy.
Oh my goodness. And the kids had a ball as they were leaving. They were so sad that it was over, even though it was, it took a good hour and 15 minutes for that parade to go through. And hats off to all the different businesses and organizations that really went all out this year.
All the civic groups and the high schools and all of the different sports teams just out here making this a whole community effort. It was just great to see. And all the folks, anywhere there was a little shelter, there were folks out here.
Oh yes, absolutely. And pockets full, bags full of candy, hot cocoa, big bags, and lots of kids. Lots of happy
lots
kids.
of bags of candy. It was almost like Halloween out here. I know folks are going to have to go home and go through their candy bags today.
Yeah. And Chris and I are going to go through the sidelines here because there's some missing candy canes that are just kind of hanging out. So we're going to go claim those for later, right?
We've had a great morning, Amy. We've had so much fun, folks. Got a great Kingsport parade coming up tonight. So if you're not paraded out, it's time to head over to Kingsport.
All right, we're going to toss it back now to Kelly and Casey over there wrapping it up.
Hey y'all, we are out here on East Main Street with the Clydesdales, and let me just tell you, they are still the stars of the show. We're moving a little bit slower here in these tractor trailers, but look at them. They look just so good, don't they? I love their hair routine. They're all fancy no matter what. Even though they're still in these trailers, they still look good and they're still ready for a parade. Everybody is still so excited to see them. We just absolutely love being out here with them, and it takes a lot of work to get them here, so we're just excited that they were still able to come through the parade today. Just thrilled again that we could all be here. Everybody is just marveling at them. I know you guys were just a moment ago, and I mean, it's just amazing that we got to follow up with Santa. How do you get to top that? It's just been a really great experience here in the Johnson City Parade, especially considering that we get to finishing this parade up. But I'm going to go ahead and send things back to you as we wrap things up with the Clydesdales as we make our way down East Main Street. So be sure to wave at us if you see us. But again, Kelly and Casey, going to go ahead and send things back to you so you can wrap up this parade.
Do you think Ansley will ever come back to us? Do you think she's just going to stick with the Clydesdales forever? Because I think that's what it's looking like.
She's rode with the Clydesdales throughout the week, all the way through the parade route, and having a great time doing it. Those horses, majestic as they are, just put smiles on everyone's faces.
And of course, this might be it for the Johnson City Parade, but we will be streaming the Kingsport Parade happening tonight at 6 p.m. Josh Smith will be involved in that. We've got our team all over, but who doesn't love a good parade, especially a nighttime parade to get those lights going?
We got you started today with the Johnson City Christmas Parade, and we'll finish off with Josh emceeing the tree lighting event and the Kingsport Parade streaming live on WJHL.com NewsChannel11.com later on tonight. Did you have a great time?
I had a great time, and you know what? I made out like a bandit. I've got barbecue, I've got hot cocoa and cookies, and I know people along the street had so much more candy than we did, but we really made out like bandits. We thank you so much for joining us. Our coverage today, again, was sponsored by the Garza Law Firm. Thank you to everyone who made this possible, and we hope you enjoyed at home.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great Saturday afternoon. Merry Christmas from all of us at News Channel 11.